Hi, so today we're going to be talking about our special series in January of 2024. Chicago UBF is going to be studying 4 special lessons each Sunday. The first Sunday on January 7th, we'll be studying about worship from Matthew chapter 2. We want to really learn from the wise men the quality of worship that really pleases God and that draws us closer to Jesus and how it impacts us, and how we can think about our Sunday services to be more Christ-centered and really truly reverent and worshipful. The following Sunday, we'll be doing our study of 1 Peter chapter 2 with the key verse of verse 5. You yourselves, like living stones, are being built into a spiritual house as a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. Peter was writing to the early believers, and their situation made many of them feel like they didn't know who they were. They were dispersed to places that they weren't familiar with because of persecution. And while we might not have that experience, a lot of us really wonder, do I belong here? Why am I here in this church? What is my role? Who am I really? And I think this identity in Christ that Peter talks about in 1 Peter chapter 2 is so crucial. So we're really praying this will be an exciting direction for us in the new year, that all of us can really renew our calling and identity in Jesus and grow as a spiritual house together. And then the third special lesson is going to be on prayer. And unusually, we'll be studying Romans chapter 8, which is typically not a chapter we look at to learn about prayer, but there is great teaching in this chapter about prayer inspired by the Spirit. And the title of the lesson is The Spirit Helps Us. So we really want to learn how to pray with the help of the Spirit. Some of us feel maybe like we are no good at prayer, or we don't know what we're doing, but this chapter can really help us and inspire us and show us that anyone can pray, because any believer has the Spirit. And all we have to do is rely on His help, and we can grow in the life of prayer in 2024. And the final lesson we'll have in the month of January will be on 2 Corinthians chapters 8 and 9 with the title, This Act of Grace. And it's a lesson that's all about giving. And we really want to learn from Apostle Paul's words to the Corinthians what should be motivating our giving and how we can give as a response to God's grace and what that actually looks like. So we're really excited to have these special lessons, all 4 of them, to kind of help us all do a spiritual reset at the beginning of the year and rethink how and why we're doing church together, how we can be a church that's really filled with the spirit of worship, a church that's embracing everyone with the identity as a holy priest, a church that's filled with the spirit of prayer, and a church that's filled with the spirit of giving. We're really excited about the series. We hope you can come and join us. God bless your new year.